There is something very important that most people forget when life becomes difficult. Whatever you are going through right now, it will not last forever. Pain does not stay. Failure does not stay. Even the hardest moments in life are temporary. They come. They pass. Just like clouds passing across the sky. Sometimes when we are in the middle of a problem, it feels like it will never end. The stress feels heavy. The disappointment feels permanent. The pain feels like it will stay forever. But life does not work that way. Life is always moving. The difficult moments that feel so big today will one day become memories. One day you will look back and realize that those moments were not there to destroy you. They were there to teach you. The biggest challenge in life is not the problem itself. The biggest challenge is understanding what the problem is trying to teach you. Many people become stuck in their past. They carry old pain like a heavy backpack everywhere they go. They keep remembering mistakes, disappointments, and people who hurt them. But if you want a different future, you must be willing to let go of the past. You must have the courage to say, "That chapter of my life is over." This does not mean you forget what happened. It means you accept it. It means you learn from it. And then you move forward. Sometimes letting go is not easy. You may need to forgive someone who hurt you deeply. You may need to forgive yourself for mistakes you made. And sometimes forgiving yourself is even harder than forgiving others. But forgiveness is not about saying that what happened was okay. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself from carrying that pain forever. Everything that has happened in your life has led you to this moment. Every success, every mistake, every disappointment, every victory, all of it shaped the person you are today. And once you understand that, you can begin focusing on something much more important. Who you are becoming. Because the truth is this. Life will always bring challenges. People will disappoint you. Situations will not always go your way. Unexpected things will happen. But what truly matters is not what happens to you. What truly matters is what you choose to do next. Do you stay stuck in anger? Or do you move forward with strength? Do you allow pain to define your future? Or do you use it as fuel to grow? The difference between people who stay stuck in life and people who grow is very simple. One group holds on to the past. The other group learns from it and keeps moving. Growth requires movement. And movement requires courage. Sometimes the world will tell you to stay where you are. It will tell you to play it safe. It will tell you to follow the same path everyone else is following. But if you want to build a life that is truly meaningful, sometimes you must go against the tide. You must choose a different direction. You must choose growth. And growth begins with a simple question. Who do you want to become? Take a moment and imagine the best version of yourself. Not the person you are today. The person you could become. What kind of person are they? Are they confident? Are they disciplined? Are they kind and strong at the same time? Do they take responsibility for their life? Do they inspire others? When you begin imagining this person, something powerful happens. You begin seeing the gap between who you are today and who you want to become. And that gap becomes your path. But walking that path requires honesty. You must be honest with yourself about the things that are holding you back. Maybe it is fear. Maybe it is laziness. Maybe it is self-doubt. Maybe it is negative habits. Every person has weaknesses, nobody is perfect. But growth begins the moment you stop pretending those weaknesses do not exist. Instead of hiding from them, you face them. Ask yourself honestly, what habits are hurting my future? What thoughts are limiting my potential? What fears are stopping me from moving forward? And once you see those things clearly, you can begin changing them. At the same time, you must also recognize your strengths. Everyone has strengths. Maybe you are creative. Maybe you are resilient. Maybe you are hardworking. Maybe you are compassionate. Your strengths are the tools that will help you build your future. But sometimes it is difficult to see ourselves clearly. That is why feedback from others can be so valuable. Not everyone who criticizes you is trying to hurt you. Sometimes the people who care about you the most are the ones who tell you the truth you need to hear. And the truth does not always feel comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it challenges your ego. But honest feedback is one of the most powerful tools for growth. Think about it this way. Imagine trying to drive a car with a blind spot in your mirror. If nobody tells you about that blind spot, you could make a dangerous mistake. Life works the same way. We all have blind spots. There are things about ourselves that we cannot see clearly. That is why trusted critics are important. These are people who care about you enough to tell you the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. They do not tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you need to hear. And that honesty can sometimes feel painful. But it can also be the thing that helps you grow the most. Growth is not always comfortable. In fact, real growth often feels uncomfortable. It pushes you outside your comfort zone. It challenges your habits. It forces you to see yourself differently. But discomfort is often the sign that you are changing. And change is the beginning of transformation. Every successful person has faced moments where they needed to reinvent themselves. They needed to change their thinking. They needed to develop new habits. They needed to become stronger than they were before. And the same opportunity exists for you. No matter where you are in life today, you have the ability to begin again. You have the ability to grow. You have the ability to create a new direction. It begins with letting go of what no longer serves you. It continues with understanding who you want to become. And it grows stronger every day you take action toward that vision. Life will still bring challenges. There will still be difficult days. But when you learn to face those challenges with courage, perspective, and determination, something powerful happens. You begin to realize that problems are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. Every challenge teaches resilience. Every mistake teaches wisdom. Every failure builds strength. And one day you may look back at the struggles that once felt impossible and realize something surprising. Those struggles helped create the strongest version of you. So when life becomes difficult, remember this simple truth. This moment will pass. The pain will pass. The disappointment will pass. But the strength you build from overcoming those moments can stay with you forever. Keep moving forward. Keep learning. Keep growing. And most importantly, keep believing that the best version of your life is still ahead of you. Because sometimes the greatest transformation begins the moment you decide that your past does not define your future. And that decision can change everything.